Susan Courage speaking from the Best Practices Initiative. I'd like to follow up on Martin's presentation to point out the coordinates for Vital Workplace on the Canadian Best Practices portal and some of the search functions that one can use to navigate and find interventions. I'd also like to mention that we're in process of evaluating mental health works for inclusion on the Best Practices Intervention database. This screenshot demonstrates the homepage of Vital Works as an intervention. The homepage provides a summary annotation of the program, and we can note by the first paragraph that Vital Workplace is classified as an innovative practice on the portal, as it's a relatively new program and it's just finished its pilot stage. An innovative intervention is one that has only been piloted or is in its formative process stages of evaluation, or it could be an existing intervention which has been adapted through the incorporation of new strategies, tools, theories, methods, or policies, strong theoretical underpinnings or a logic model, high quality evaluation in the pilot or formative stage, and positive results from the evaluation are required for inclusion on the portal. Next page, please. We're backing up a bit here. This link takes you to the home page of the Canadian Best Practices portal. What started out as a best practice initiatives in 2006 expanded in 2010 to include resources on chronic disease, public health topics, risk factors, and policy development to become the enhanced portal. Next slide. The expanded portal includes public health topics. The various topic areas are shown down the left side of the screen. I have the mental health promotion tab open, and so in a topic area we'd have data. So for mental health there would be major reports, statistics from StatsCan, provincial and territorial profiles, as well as international sources such as the WHO Mental Health Atlas 2011. Under strategies, we would feature national strategies like Evergreen, the Youth Mental Health Framework for Canada, provincial and territorial plans such as Alberta's Creating Connections plan, as well as international resources from our partner countries. On an aside here, the Voluntary Standard for Psychological Health and Safety in the Workplace, which was featured on the webinar by SAPNA, will be posted on the Mental Health Promotion topic page fairly shortly, either under Strategies or Guidance. Moving down to the next tab, Guidance on What Works provides a broad array of guidance documents on health promotion, chronic disease prevention topics. And last but not least, systematic reviews of the research. We link out to many other databases of systematic reviews, as well as posting relevant reviews, such as, and we'll move to the next slide here, such as the effectiveness of organizational interventions for prevention of workplace stress, issued in 2009, and we can find that on the healthevidence.ca homepage that the link goes to. And you'll find the complete version of the report there. Next slide. Here we can click, this is the Best Practice Intervention homepage, and in the middle of the button for where to click to search the interventions. Next slide. You can search through the Interventions Search Center. You can see in the middle of the page the keyword search window, and one can use a simple or multiple word search. The search help link will provide hints on how effectively to search. There's about 6 methods of searching that one can use. I will mention that this version is not capable of Boolean search. You can scroll down to the bottom of the same page and you'll find the list of interventions that respond to your search. Next slide, please. Now one can click on the View Legend button at this link, which will bring up an icon and its definition. There can be 8 icons per intervention, referring to the promotion or prevention focus, the risks that the prevention aims to reduce, determinants of health, target populations, settings, or the health promotion strategies. Next slide, please. Actually, the next 3 slides we'll move through fairly quickly. What I've done here is just identified the workplace interventions, identified by the icon, and we can see that next slide. And here on the last page you can see Vital Workplace towards the end of the list. Next slide. As I mentioned, there are a maximum of 8 icons per intervention. One can access the icon legend through the Interventions at a Glance tab, where under Intervention Characteristics there's a darker blue tab that says View Legend. If one clicks on an icon, it will bring up a definition and all the associated interventions. Next slide, please. From the Intervention Search Center page at the bottom, one can click on Expand All or Expand by Category on the Limit by Interventions Characteristics to expand the selection options. Here, if one selects adults, it will give all of the interventions that pertain to adults, and if you follow this and go down to the end of the list, one will find Vital Workplace. Next slide. Here we've come full circle. We're on slide 84 here at the Vital Workplace homepage, where the summary includes an overview of the intervention. The buttons at the bottom of the page will lead us off-site. The button on the left will take us to the intervention homepage, which for this intervention is at the Neighbor at Work site that Martin mentioned earlier. And on the right, the Complete Intervention Summary button will provide us with a more comprehensive description and essential information, which will assist the practitioner in considering the intervention for application. Next slide. This is my last slide, slide 85. And this just gives a screenshot of the Complete Intervention Summary for Vital Workplace. The summary includes more extensive analysis of the intervention's general characteristics, foundations, goals and objectives, resources, theories, types of evidence, information on implementation, evaluation, outcomes, and adaptation. So that concludes my section of the webinar. I'd like to thank Bill, Martin, and Sapna for the opportunity to present.